To cut and to slash are two different things. Cutting, whatever form of cutting it is decisive, with a resolute spirit. Slashing is nothing more than touching the enemy. Even if you slash strongly, and even if the enemy dies instantly, it is slashing. When you cut, your spirit is resolved. You must appreciate this. If you first slash the enemy's hands or legs, you must then cut strongly. Slashing is in spirit the same as touching. When you realize this, they become indistinguishable. Learn this well. And that's from Miyamoto Musashi's The Book of Five Rings. And to interpret this practically, I say to understand which of your attacks will be effective when they pass your opponent's guard, and which will not, and never to get caught up throwing flurries of ineffective blows. At least one of the blows in a series should be the cutting or the killing blow. The rest can be your taps, your touches, your measures, or your setup shots, and even though your opponent may initially retreat from a quick flurry of blows, when they realize they are not actually threatened by the impact, they'll begin to attack even when you press them, and you'll probably die. Likewise, though, a few quick non-damaging shots may allow you to catch them while they transition their defense, but only if you include a powerful blow amongst the weaker ones. So to summarize on that, know your intent. Know the intent of each shot. Don't just throw 4 or 5 shots for the sake of throwing 4 or 5 shots. Understand which shot in that succession is likely to get through your opponent's guard, and throw that one with the intent to end the fight. Understand your setup shots. Don't just throw 2 blows because they can be thrown in quick succession. Understand what that first blow is doing that helps you get to your cutting blow, your killing blow. Don't just throw them because they're fast. Know your own intent. So inside, I spoke a little bit about knowing the intent of your shots. Out here, I wanted to touch on something that coincides with that, and that is timing. A lot of people are fast. I'm fairly fast, but speed in itself isn't as important as timing. All speed does is it gives you a larger window to time your shots. You can get them off a little faster if you need to, but it is all about timing in the end. And what I mean by that is maybe you can throw a really fast double flat snap, trying to catch your opponent on the second shot as they drop their shield from blocking the first one. But if you're so fast that their shield doesn't have time to drop from the first one, then what's the point? You've just blasted their shield twice. So a lot of people can do this. Just throw shots as fast as they can. What's important is throwing the shot, understanding your individual opponent's timing, and firing the next one as it falls. The same can be said for a flat snap to a leg grab. Sure, they've probably raised their shield some by the time you get that wrap there, but with just a moment longer in transition, maybe they've raised it a little more. And that's what I wanted to say about timing. As I prepare here for a little freestyle Pell work, I just wanted to make one more comment about timing and boxing. So you see boxers use the speed bag, and they're pretty quick at it. But if any of them just approach that speed bag, or if you've ever tried this, approach the speed bag and just tried to hit it as fast as you possibly could, it usually ends comically. A speed bag would be more accurately called a timing bag, because it teaches boxers to hit on that third bump. You know, the boom, 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 boom. It's almost like a heartbeat. There is no frantic speed on a speed bag without comical errors. All right, there I go.
speed, no timing.
Alright, this is Marcus the Wrath, and that's another Thursday Night Fighter practice in the book. But I wanted to let you know how I plan to start next week's Thursday Night Fighter practice. I'm going to open with my thoughts on Miyamoto Musashi's renewal technique. This comes from his Book of Five Rings, The Fire Scroll. It's about a paragraph long, and I'm not going to give you my thoughts on it here because part of the beauty of philosophy and poetry too is it can all apply to different people in different situations, and it's all open to interpretation. So I'm going to read it to you, and before I give you my interpretation next week, I want to let you form your own interpretations throughout the week. And this is renewal. To renew applies when we are fighting with the enemy, and an entangled spirit arises where there is no possible resolution. We must abandon our efforts, think of the situation in a fresh spirit, then win in the new rhythm. To renew when we are deadlocked with the enemy means that without changing our circumstance, we change our spirit and win through a different technique. It is necessary to consider how to renew also applies in large-scale strategy. Research this diligently. And there you go. I'll be talking about that next week, and I'll be posting the actual text of that in this video. Also, there are many different translations of this book, so if you want to Google part of that quote or Miyamoto Musashi's Book of Five Rings, you'll find many different variations. But there you go. Till next week.